Breakups are never easy, we've all been there. One moment, you might feel like you're coping and starting to move forward, and the next, you find yourself questioning whether your ex is still thinking about you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered whether your ex still has feelings for you, or if you're stuck in that confusing limbo after a breakup, then this video is for you. Today, we're going to break it all down, and I'm going to help you figure out if your ex might still love you. And to make it interesting, I'm going to walk you through 7 mind-blowing reasons your ex might still have feelings for you, even after everything's over. So grab some popcorn, and let's get started. Breakups are tough, we all know that. One minute, you feel like you're doing fine, moving on, and the next minute, you're wondering if your ex is still thinking about you. It's like your mind is constantly playing tug-of-war with your emotions. You want to move on, but you're still looking for signs that they care. You want closure, but sometimes it feels like that's just out of reach. So, is it just part of the healing process to wonder if they still care? Or could it be something deeper? Today, we're going to dive into 7 reasons your ex might still have feelings for you, and I'll give you some tips on how to handle it, because it's all about understanding what's really going on in their mind. 1. They're still reaching out to you. Okay, let's start with the most obvious sign. They're still reaching out to you. You've broken up, but they're not quite gone. They text you randomly, ask how you're doing, or call you out of the blue for a quick chat. This could mean they're still emotionally attached to you and aren't quite ready to let go of the connection you shared. You might be thinking, but wait, maybe they just want to be friends. Well, that's possible, but it's also worth noting that people don't always reach out to their exes unless there's still some emotional tie. If they're texting you about the most random things or constantly checking in on you, there's a good chance they still care. They might not want to get back together, but they're likely holding on to something, whether it's nostalgia or something deeper. 2. They're active on your social media. We live in a world where social media is an extension of who we are, and believe me, your ex is paying attention to what you're doing. Are they still liking your posts, commenting on your photos, or reacting to your stories? This could be a subtle sign that they're still following your life, even if it's not as obvious as them texting you directly. When an ex continues to engage with your posts, it's like they're giving you a virtual thumbs up, saying, "Hey, I'm still here, I'm still interested in what you're up to." But don't confuse this with them wanting to get back together. This might just be their way of holding onto some connection with you without fully re-engaging. This behavior often suggests that they might still be emotionally tied to you, but they're doing so in a way that doesn't directly interfere with your healing process. They want to be in your life in some way, even if it's just from afar. 3. They get emotional when you move on. Okay, this is a big one. They get emotional when they see you moving on. Maybe you've started seeing someone else, or they've heard through the grapevine that you're dating again. If your ex gets jealous, defensive, or starts acting strangely when you mention someone new in your life, that's a pretty strong indication they still have feelings for you. It's one thing to feel neutral or indifferent when your ex starts seeing someone new, but if they're visibly upset, it means they're still emotionally invested. Your ex might not want to rekindle the relationship, but seeing you with someone else triggers a deeper emotional reaction, showing they haven't fully moved on. This jealousy can often mask unspoken feelings, even if they won't admit it outright. 4. They talk about the past. A lot. Does your ex still bring up the past, even after the breakup? If they keep talking about the good times you shared, the memories, or how great things were in the relationship, this might be a sign they're not over you. People don't talk about the past unless it means something to them. It's normal to reminisce from time to time, but if they're bringing it up constantly or trying to make you remember how great things were, it shows they may still be emotionally attached. They could be holding onto a fantasy of what the relationship was, or they could be struggling with the idea of letting go. Either way, it's a sign that your presence in their life still carries weight. 5. They try to make you jealous. Now, this one might surprise you. If your ex is intentionally trying to make you jealous, posting pictures with other people, casually mentioning they're dating someone new, or showing off a new love interest just a little too often, this could be a sign they're still emotionally tied to you. Why? Because they're trying to see how you react. They might want to know if you still care, or they might be testing the waters to see if they can spark some kind of emotional response from you. In some cases, this is a subconscious way of trying to rekindle the emotional spark. They might not want you back, but they want to feel like they still matter to you. If your ex is putting on a show, it could mean they're still holding on to some form of attachment or insecurity after the breakup. 6. They reach out when they're feeling down. Have you noticed that your ex seems to only contact you during difficult times? If they're reaching out when they're having a bad day, struggling with something, or feeling lonely, it could mean they still see you as a source of comfort and emotional support. Even if they don't want to be in a relationship with you, they might still rely on your presence when things get tough. This behavior often shows that they're emotionally dependent on you in some way. They might not be ready to get back together, but they still want your emotional support and connection. It's a sign they haven't fully moved on emotionally and may not be ready to let go of that bond just yet. 7. They're still curious about your life. Finally, we have the curiosity factor. They still ask about your life, your plans, your future. If your ex keeps asking how you're doing, what you've been up to, or even asking mutual friends about you, that shows they're still invested in what's happening in your world. They're not just moving on in their own life, they want to know what's going on with you. This kind of behavior suggests that they still care on a deeper level, even if they're not showing it in traditional ways. They may not be trying to get back together, but they still want to know what's going on in your life because you've been such an important part of it. It's like they can't fully close the chapter yet. So, there you have it, 7 signs that your ex might still have feelings for you. If you've experienced any of these signs, it's important to reflect on what they mean for your healing process. Even if your ex is showing emotional attachment, it doesn't always mean they want to get back together, and it's crucial for you to focus on your own growth and healing. Your well-being and happiness should come first, always. I hope this video helped you understand why you might still be wondering if your ex is emotionally invested in you. If you've been through something similar, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay strong and focus on moving forward. I'll see you in the next one.